I was taking a bathroom break when something caught my eye. There was something off about this rock. It looked like it could be gold. I glanced at my partner in the distance and mulled it over for a moment. Finally, I decided to tell him. When he came over, he was just as stunned as I was. He pulled out his pistol to test it. When the rock didn't show any damage, we knew for sure. This was real gold. We grabbed our tools and started digging like crazy. But this nugget was way bigger than we'd imagined. We dug all day and still couldn't see the bottom. So we decided to try pulling it out with the truck. But things didn't go as planned. The rope snapped and the gold stayed put. My partner was pissed. Here we had this fortune right in front of us and we couldn't get it out. That night, he suggested going back to town for excavation equipment. But when it came to who'd stay behind to guard it, we couldn't agree.
What am I to do with the gold?
The trip would be long, and we only had 4 days worth of food. Before leaving, he promised he'd be back as soon as possible. But it was all part of his scheme. Ansai was sure he was gone. I set up a makeshift tent to protect myself from wild animals at night. I gathered firewood. That's how I survived that rough first night. The conditions were harsh, but looking at that gold made it all worthwhile. That night, with wild dogs prowling around, I didn't dare close my eyes. I spent the whole time waving a torch to keep them at bay. The next day, I was reinforcing my shelter when a woman appeared on the horizon. Not wanting anyone else to find out about the gold, I hid. But she seemed to have already spotted me. She actually walked right up to my hiding spot. My suspicious behavior had given me away to keep her from discovering the gold. I killed her. After burying the body, I took her food supplies, but the smell of blood soon attracted the wild dogs. After driving them off, I cremated her remains. The next day, my nightmare began. A sandstorm was heading straight for me. I rushed to my shelter, but my flimsy setup was no match for nature's fury. The shelter was destroyed in no time. When I came to, I was injured, but I couldn't worry about that. I had to find the gold. It was the only thing keeping me going. Without any landmarks, I couldn't get my bearings. I searched for what felt like forever, until I finally found it under a pile of sand. Only when I felt the gold in my hands could I finally relax. My injuries were bad and I passed out. When I woke up again, there were fires burning all around me, and the wild dogs had closed in. I immediately called my partner for help. Turns out he'd been back for a while, but he wasn't coming to save me. He was just watching from a distance. No matter how much I begged, he wouldn't help. He wanted the gold all to himself. In the end, I paid the ultimate price for my greed.